it's a major violation.
I think it would be I mean, I don't think we need to be overly prescriptive in the board policy if the schools are making their own policies, and that, I mean, that probably makes more sense because that's a little bit more flexible. But I think it'd be really nice to see what the different schools' policies are, because I think the middle school policy is different than that, and the elementary school policies that they have one are different than that. So I think that would be helpful to see those things. And I'd also like to hear from the students, because I know last year there was a lot of discussion from our senior board reps about thoughts around the cell phone policy. So I think it'd be, I mean, maybe all the students just want to have their phones out all the time, or maybe it's disruptive to some of them and they would like some different structure. So I think it'd be helpful to hear from the students too.
There needs to be some kind of policy, and different teachers are going to look at this in different ways. I have seen some who say, okay, cell phones out, they put them in a designated place so they can see their cell phone. And I'm not sure if the cell phones were required to be turned off, but they can set their cell phones to be playing music, and then they've got these things in their ears that you may or may not be able to see, so they could still have access to the phone or the music or whatever it is they're listening to, and their cell phone's where it's supposed to be. So besides getting them to school, then we have to get them to school and listen to instructions. So there needs to be some. And then there are some teachers who are okay with, okay, no cell phones right now. When we are finished, then you can have cell phone time. So I've seen both ways, and I do believe it has to do a lot with teacher preference and how best to work from both sides to get instruction done.
I think, however the policy is, I think the teachers need to have control of their classroom the way that they decide. And, if I want to allow the students to have access to their cell phones in my classroom and let them use them and whatever, that should be my prerogative. But if Ms. Hubbard, she don't want them in her classroom because they are a distraction, that could be a health issue. If you're working in culinary, you don't want your cell phones out because there's germs all over them working with food or whatever preparation. They don't need to be out down there, if that's what she likes, or So I think the teachers need to have the discretion in their classroom as to how they want to operate and function the best. And just a short story. So, I have a garage that we're small. I mean, there's only 4 of us, and we never had a problem. But I've got a guy right now I'm going to have talk with. Every free moment he gets, he pulls his phone out, and so I mean, the phone is a great tool for us at work as a mechanic. You can look some things up that we never could figure out. You just had to trial and error before, but he's spending more time on his phone than he is getting work done. It's costing me money. It's costing our business money. He's eating up my time. And it's a good learning tool for our students going out to the business world because they can't have access to, they work in a factory. They're not going to have access to their phone all the time. There's some places they're not. And, I think there's got to be some limitations put on them. So, and it should be the teacher's discretion how she runs her classroom. And that policy, how we do a policy, it needs to reflect that. And, and if a teacher chooses not to, she needs to be backed up when disciplinary issues happen. She needs to be backed up by our administrators as well. So.
Well, I'm in agreement with that also. I mean, we've got almost 50 employees at where I work, and it's a constant issue. Safety, putting in the work and lost time and that kind of thing. So it's real. There's a time and a place. And if it was, my personal feeling is when class starts, you have classroom time. period. I mean, but maybe I'm a little bit hardcore,
Old school is more
old
like it.
school.
You're suggesting that the teacher have the authority to limit cell phone use in their own classes.
I think, yeah, because I mean, some teachers don't have a problem with it, and
I think that makes more sense than anything because it's a variable problem, and it's not the same for every class.
right. I mean, there's some classes, you know, you could use your phone the whole class, you know, to do some things, but there's some classes you don't need it out. So,
Plus, you don't need the AI to help you on the test.
right. Exactly. So I think, so moving forward, I believe we need to survey our teachers and let our board reps, you know, survey our students and see what their thoughts are on that, and you know, we'll just take that information and move forward to see
If
where
we
we
have the
get to as a board.
technology to
Well-
know if a cell phone is on in a particular room. You know, if I'm the teacher and I say, turn off your cell phones for this class, you know, no power. Do we have a way to
Well,
see
yeah,
if
and
those
that's
cell
a-
phones are off?
Yeah, and I think that's another issue. Personally, I know a teacher at the middle school, and it's, you know, even if they have their phone in their backpack, they hear it buzz or they hear it vibrate, and they can't stand it. I wonder who that was that was texting me. And any kind of distraction like that in the classroom, and if the teacher has to constantly manage it or monitor, to me, that's just a waste of time.
Well, I appreciate the feedback that the board has given. I do want to point out that there is likely a third stakeholder group. You know, this beyond the teacher, beyond the student, we also have the parent group to consider. And if it pleases the board, I would like to take time in the next couple weeks to engage our teachers in a survey to task our student board members with working with me to get some feedback from the student body on what a cell phone policy should look like, and reach out to parents also for input. I think that it is possible to, with input from all those groups, arrive at a place that we can all live with.
I agree, and I was thinking that while we were talking of, when you were saying that about shut your phones off during class, and my first thought was, oh, there's going to be parents that aren't going to like that because they're going to want to have access to their kid. And there's going to be some parents that are going to say, yes, my kid's, you know, phone should be off in class. So I think that's a great point to get the parent feedback as well.
Any other comments? Good discussion. All right, item 3 is public comment. I don't have any cards. Do we have anybody that would like to speak that maybe hadn't signed up? All right, item 4 is the consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So move.
Second.
Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right. Item 5 is the action items. 5A, approval of the 2023-2024 school board goals. Do we have a motion?
I move we approve the 2023-2024 school board goals.
Second.
Any discussion or comments or? I just think we had, I think the retreat we had was good, and, you know, going down and really discussing each one of these was really good, and we got some good goals. Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. Let's see. Item 5B, approval of contract purchase greater than $50,000. The Power School Holdings Incorporated for $52,935.53. Do we have a motion?
I move we approve this purchase greater than $50,000.
I'll second.
Do we have a discussion or a?
Can you explain what this product does as far as?
Yes, sir. Power School is our student information software. And so it is the storehouse for all of our records with student attendance. And what this application will do is help us with an overlay there that will allow us to streamline some of that communication with parents and with that record so that we stand a better chance of staying on top of when students miss consecutive days and so forth. Right now, it could be a little bit of a laborious task to run reports every day to try to find which students have consecutive absences and which have hit certain thresholds. This will give us greater access to that. And more importantly, this is paid for out of those ESSER 3 funds, which are expiring. So this is something that we were able to take care of now with money that's about to be expired.
Can we track the student's cell phone to find out where he is?
Not with this application, but we have other ways to do that.
So this is a one-year subscription is what this is? Is that how I'm reading that? For 2024?
It is a 3-year.
It's a 3-year? Okay, all right.
There's a sole source letter attached on that attachment. There you go.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. Item 5C, approval of contract purchase greater than $50,000. Age of Learning Incorporated for $91,480. Do we have a motion?
I move we approve the purchase with Age of Learning, Inc. for $91,480.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. And this is a reading and math is what this is?
Yes, sir. And if we need more expert counsel on it, Mrs. Hurt is here and can provide more detail.
I have a question. I think I know the answer because I think you told me this before. Are we getting rid of iReady? Are we getting rid of iReady with the purchase?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, we are.
And this is taking its place?
This is correct,
Okay.
yes. It's an adaptive software for pre-K through second grade with all, for 3 years as well. And then the option of continuing third through fifth grade. They're going to allow us to pilot their third through fifth grade software in the process of this. So no more iReady. It took 45 minutes for that protocol. This one is 20 minutes a day. So we're looking forward to that smaller use of time.
I got to go to this presentation that they came and did in the spring, and it was really cool to watch what the students can have access to. When I worked at Van Pelt and Washington Lee, I did iReady and I hated it. And this seems much better. So I think this is going to be, I'm really excited about this.
Yes.
Any other questions? Ms. Hurt?
The money, that carries the program for 3 years.
Yes, sir. We're able to use funds that are expiring,
Yeah,
but to purchase a 3-year contract.
Right.
got to hurry up and spend it.
It's actually $30,000 a year, so the 3 years is what accumulates to the 90, so makes
Okay.
it seem more excessive.
That's good. All right, any other questions? Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right. Item 5D, approval of 2023-2024 school board budget revision number 1. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the approval of the revision number 1.
Second.
All right. Discussion or a description maybe?
Yes, sir. Mrs. Tammy Jones could not be here this evening. She's caring for a family member. But she did pass along some pretty good notes, and I will try to navigate those for us. These revisions consist mainly of updates to grant allocations and some personnel changes that have taken place since the original budget was adopted. We'll see increases to the substitute line, the virtual programs line item, and increases in special needs health services. And these are all reflective of getting our budget number closer to where our actual expenditures were for the last year. The revisions also show several grants that have been depleted, and so that's why it looks like a negative amount in the revenues of 1.6 million. However, with the forthcoming state budget adjustments, we're still going to have a net positive increase. Mrs. Jones also wants the board to be aware that there will be future revisions to the budget, but also that we will have to, at some point, take a request to the city for an additional appropriation. Not that it's additional monies coming from the city, but for some of the grant awards, just as a procedural matter, we'll have to get additional appropriations.
Okay. Any questions? All right. Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, item 5E, approval of dedication plaque of Virginia Intermediate School.
Yes, sir. And as we continue to have discussions about the Virginia Intermediate School, one of the items that has come up is the dedication plaque, and I'd like to turn things over to Dr. Denabraga for presentation of our mock-up.
So this is a mock-up of what the dedication plaque that we're proposing that it would look for, that will go into the lobby of the new school. By advisement from the architect and the builder, these were sort of the categories that they recommended that we include on there, which includes, of course, superintendent of schools at the time of the approval, and then, of course, at the time of completion, as well as board members and the council, city council members. The asterisk represents those who are, that were at the time of approval, and no asterisk is at the time of completion. Then, of course, we're going to have the architect, the builder, and the owner representative here. And then this is something that's up for discussion, but we had seen other schools, new school constructions that actually dedicated the school to the children of their locality, which I think is a very nice thing because of how the students leave the school. So this is a proposed, the builder and architect are looking, for approval so that they can start the process of the plaque. Generally, it's about this size. I don't have the exact dimensions, but this is pretty close to it. So any comments, questions, concerns?
Let's get a motion and then we'll discuss. Do we have a motion for the plaque?
I'll make a motion for the approval of the dedication plaque.
I'll second it.
Any questions, comments, or suggestions? It looks good to me. Yeah, that's,
Yes, it's a nice.
I think it's about what we had on this building here, very similar to that, so.
Are we missing one council person's name? Doug?
He wasn't in there when they
Oh,
voted
okay.
on it, when they approved it, he wasn't in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you bring it a tad closer here? Thank you.
Vanna White.
Yeah, okay, good, thank you.
Anything else? Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, item 5F, approval of granting superintendent permission to hire new employees between September 12th, 2023 and October 1st, 2023 in consultation with the school board. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve granting the superintendent permission to hire these new employees for the specified dates.
Second, oh, go ahead.
Motion and a second.
So,
All right. Ms. Austin?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, and with that, we go to closed session. Ms. Hubbard, you want to read this in?
Pursuant to Section 2.2-3711A1 of the Code of Virginia, I move that the board convene a closed meeting for the purpose of discussing the following matters: discussion of certain personnel, recommendations for employment, and resignation.
Second.
Motion and a second. Ms. Austin?
Yes.
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 Yes. All right, with that, we'll go to closed session. Thanks, everyone, for coming out tonight. Ms. Hubbard, you want to read this in?
The Bristol, Virginia School Board certifies that, to the best of each member's knowledge, only public business matters lawfully exempted from open meeting requirements by Virginia law were discussed in the closed meeting, and only such public matters as were identified in the motion convening the closed meeting were considered.
Second.
Motion and second. Ms. Austin?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Yes. Do we have a motion to approve attachment A?
I move we approve attachment A.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Ms. Austin?
Yes?
Yes.
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 Yes. Any old or new business? Pictures Wednesday at 5?
5 or 5:30? 5. Oh. Oh, no, I have 5:30 on my calendar. Volleyball's at 5:30, sorry. Never mind, it's fine.
Wednesday at 5, okay. Anything else? We're adjourned.